Yes, sirski. It's your boy Twan, the Don, and I'm back with another Jagweezy, Bitty Easy for the ladies and geezies. Okay, now look, you know I got to give out my 3 stars from the Cleveland game. You know I got my note peasy, I'm saying, and it's full of notes, full of notes. But first, we're going to start it the same way. We're going to start with the moment of silence, with the tea time for me time, pretty please time, and that moment of silence for the people who are doing down bad today. Okay, now look. That's some strawberry soda, I ain't gonna lie to you. Now look. The first star. This is gonna be a little different on this one. So peep game. The first star, the black star. We're gonna give that to the defensive coordinator, Mike Caldwell. Okay? Now look. He has our defense looking like it's maybe a year ahead of schedule with the starters, okay? He acquired a lot of length on that defense and big bodies to stop the run, which will give us a chance on third and medium, third and long to send them guys on the edge to attack the quarterback. A lot of more chances to get sacks on the quarterback, okay? Returning us back to the Jacksonville way when it comes to hitting and getting to the quarterback, okay? Now, why does he get the black star? Because the play calling was phenomenal, okay? With the starters, we were up 13-0, okay? We were looking great, okay? He has players. We looking good, okay? We're looking good on defense. And like I said, the reason I'm giving him the black star is because with the play calling and how he has the defense looking, we're looking a year ahead of schedule. We're actually looking like when we were like, we have something that could be something good in about a year or two. It's like we're there already. It looks like they're decent. We're looking real decent. I'm talking about we're looking deep, and I'm talking about a good way of decent, not the decent. I mean, we looking good. Okay? Now look. The teal star. Who does the teal star go to? The teal star is going to go to the offensive coordinator. Okay? Press Taylor. Okay? Now look. Why does he get the teal instead of the black? Why did Mike Caldwell get the black instead of the teal? Because we all expect that our defense to be better than our offense. And the reason I'm giving the teal star to Press Taylor is because he has our offense looking just as good as our defense, okay? Now, everybody, if you don't know, you should know this now, but about the first 10 plays are already mapped out on your offense. When you start the game, they will automatically have 10 plays. You know, like the first drive is automatically already pretty much mapped out. These are the plays we're going to do. This should lead to a touchdown, you know? And when I tell you the first play was just perfect, everybody was expecting us to give the ball to ETN because he hasn't, you know, we haven't seen him. Let's see what he does when he gets the ball. It was a great play action bootleg, bang, 32-yarder to Zay Jones, okay? Now, the reason he's getting the teal star is because of the same reason Mike Caldwell got the black star. It is because of this. He has our offense looking a year ahead of schedule. Let's be real. He has our offense with the starters. He made Zay Jones look like a #1 receiver, okay? Also, he has Trevor utilizing his ability, which he did a lot of in college, which we saw was like, oh, he's going to be a dual threat, okay? Yeah, he's a white quarterback, but black quarterbacks aren't the only ones that can move. You remember Jake Plummer. You remember guys that actually have mobility? Tony Romo. You know what I'm saying? There was guys that was running the ball that was getting some pretty decent yards with their feet. And he's one of them upper tier guys if he's able to use it, okay? He has Travis Etienne looking like Alvin Kamara and Christian McCaffrey as far as utilization goes. Not saying the player themselves, but as far as utilization, he looks like he's going to utilize him the same way, okay? This is the #1 thing that you need to win, okay? And this is something we needed last year and the year before. He has our offense responding whenever our defense goes 3 and out or gets the ball, give us the ball back, right? Most of all, he calls plays for our scheme and player play styles, okay? He calls the best plays for our scheme and the player play styles, okay? I appreciate that. Look at that touchdown with the touchdown pass to Evan Ingram. Another bootleg pass play. Evan Ingram was like they said, I actually thought this whenever he threw the ball, I was like, dang, bro, you could have got the ball out a little quicker. But he knew that he was still open, so he just made sure he made a perfect pass. There's nothing wrong with that. He knew he had time. He knew he had that. And I also said, and the announcer said it in the game, he could have got him the ball a second or two earlier. He could have, but what if he would have overthrew it a little bit and all that? And I also believe he did that because the confidence, make sure I give him a good pass. Evan Ingram is one of them guys that had low confidence. He's aware. Trevor's aware. He's like, if I give him the ball, it'll boost the confidence. He gave him a perfect ball. There's no way you could drop this, and he didn't. Now, we're going to go to the gold star, okay? And once again, let me give you a quick rundown. The black star went to Mike Caldwell, the defensive coordinator. The teal star went to offensive coordinator, Press Taylor. And the gold star, who does the gold star go to? The gold star goes to the starters, okay? The players themselves, the starters, okay? Now look, the defense started the game like this. 3 and out, turnover, 3 and out, okay? In which players like Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker, Foyesade Luakin, Chad Muma, Rayshawn Jenkins, Devon Hamilton showed some great promise. They showed a very high motor. Shaquille Griffin, okay? The DBs, they locked players down, okay? Look, the tight end was the only player I saw that actually got open, and that was on 2 plays, okay? Now, this is with the starters, okay? The starters get the gold star. Remember that. Now, look, offensively, we don't look like we're missing anything. We just need to put everything together, okay? Trevor seems to have great chemistry with Travis Etienne, Laquan Treadwell, Christian Kirk in practice, because we haven't seen them together on the field yet, but he looked like they have great chemistry in practice. And most of all, Zay Jones. Isn't that a great surprise? Like, they look good in practice, and there was like some murmurs of him going to him too much and whoopty wop, but I was like, I see why now, because he actually can get it done. And when you looked at them, if you looked at the play, like if you look at Zay Jones' career, he's always had a better a player that they consider had a higher ceiling or just an all-around better player than him. So we thought. So you never really got to see or showcase his great talent because there was always that other player, right? But now there's really nobody except for Christian Kirk, and so he's like, this is a place where I can show that I am a great number 2, a decent number 1. He's looking like a good number 1. He looked like a good number 1. He was open on 2 wide open plays, okay? And then that one play, he was open for a split second. He got the ball a little late. He was also there. Then that one play in the end zone that shouldn't have been thrown to him, he almost caught that anyways, okay? And there was another play where he almost caught the ball. It was right over his head. He would have caught that, okay? So, and I believe that play where it went a little too high and he had to jump to get it, that was just Trevor having, that was just when you're a basketball player, you shoot the ball and you're like, oh, that's off. He knew it. But what in football, if you have enough, like Zay almost got it anyways. So that's something that we have to look at. It's looking like we don't need nothing, okay? Now look, our offensive line looks much better than I expected, okay? Shatley is definitely a backup though, okay? He cannot sustain against gifted starters on the defensive side on that line. It's just in my opinion. He let that dude get by that one time, almost caused a sack. Trevor threw the ball down. Thank you. Now look, our defensive players, right? Like I told you, the starters, players are starting to believe, and players are starting to get their mojo back. The starters are. That preseason game was a great thing for the Jaguars. You got not a pushover on defense, so our offense got to see what they could do against an actual good defense, like a defense that can sustain. Okay, we didn't go up against no pushovers. We didn't. And we did decent. We did good. Okay, we did really good. Okay. Trayvon is a powerhouse, okay, on defense. He's powering through people. He's making people hold him, you guys. They cannot stop him. They're holding him to stop him, okay? Our backup, they get the Monstar. Where'd your skills? Excuse me, y'all. The backups get the Monstar award. Like, where'd your skills go? Can our backups do something other than Adam Gostis? Okay? Other than Chad Muma, who's technically a backup, but you see he might be starting, y'all. He's going to have a lot of play time. He's making the most out of this. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Sorry about that in the background. But can we please keep this going? I said this after first half with the starters, okay? We look like we may have the best team in our division if our starters can stay healthy. Now look, you know me. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. I'm not going to ask you to like my channel, like the video. But what I will ask you to do, I'm going to ask you to comment. Let me know what you saw. What was the key thing? Who you saw? What was better to you in that game, in the Cleveland Browns game with the starters, okay? The second half was kind of weak because our backups don't do nothing. We need to get a few players to just plug in the backup in case something goes down. But what did you see? What did you most like that you saw? Our offense or our defense? Did you enjoy that our offense looked much better than we expected? Or did you enjoy that our defense looked just like what we thought they would be? You know, better than what we thought they would be. Which one did you like? Do you rock with me? Comment. Do you rock with the Jaguars? Who's your favorite Jaguar player on offense and on defense? Intimate. Now, hey, Trevor was slinging that thing, wasn't he? That thing was getting out. I'm like, okay, we got something, y'all. Now, you know me. I leave y'all the same way. With the 3. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. Oh, yay.